Hello. Today let me talk you about the general essay paper of the UPSC Mains. The general essay paper, which carries 250 marks, which is equal to all the other 4 general studies paper, is a very important determinant of your score. Unlike the other general studies papers, it's much more easy to score in the general essay paper because you don't need to particularly study for this paper. Your other general studies paper is mainly fact based and there is a fixed syllabus also. But that's not exactly the case of general essay papers. General essay papers, you have to select 2 topics from a possible 8 and write 1000 words each. So you will end up writing 2 essays. Most of the time the topics given will be something which is relevant for administration. Say for example, development, governance, environment, women issues, education, etc. If we analyze last 10 years of question papers, more than 50% of the questions are from these topics. So the topics which you study for your other general studies papers are kind of repeated in your general essay paper also. But there is a huge difference in the way you write your general studies answers and general essay. First of all, I would like to start with how you score better in this paper is solely depend upon the topic you choose. By saying that the topic you choose, what I mean is you have to select topics according to your comfort level. So there are people, who may be much more comfortable with facts. There may be people who are more comfortable with different types of ideas. There could be people whose language abilities, their vocabulary and presentation skills are very good. So these different types of people should select topics according to their strength. So coming back to the type of topics, let me tell you, you should select a topic where you have maximum information. That's the safe thing to do to begin with. Secondly, you should choose a topic which you are passionate about. If you are passionate about a topic, naturally you may have some extra knowledge also. And the third thing is, as I mentioned earlier, your basic level of comfort with presentation. If you are more of a factual kind of a person who don't have that kind of a flamboyant language to boast with, you better select topics where you have to write more information. Like last year there was a question regarding the relevance of non-alignment movement. If you have studied well for your general studies, this topic is, with all your information you can handle very well. There are certain topics which you could actually write 2-side. Like last year there was a question regarding social media and there was a statement that social media is inherently selfish. For this topic, obviously there is 2 sides. You could say that there is an inherent selfish nature of social media at one point, and on the other hand you could write the points which are opposing to this statement. Then you could come up with a conclusion. But it's mandatory that you write both sides. On the other hand, there could be very, very abstract kind of a topic. Last year there was a topic called Joy is the simplest form of gratitude. Many people may be finding it very difficult how you can write 1000 words on such an abstract topic. But there could be people who are into literature and all, who actually can do justice to such an abstract topic also. So end of the day, the selected topic should be, in line with the way you write. Particularly this abstract topic, only when you know you will be attempting it, so no issues. Factual topics, if you are not natural writer, as I told you, you may pick it up. My advice is, regarding this topics where definitely two kinds of conclusions are possible, it's important that you write both sides. A unilateral essay, a unidimensional essay will not fetch you marks here, because obviously there are two sides to this kind of topics. So only when you are comfortable with different viewpoints and you will be able to generate arguments and counter arguments, you will be able to do justice to this kind of topics. Similarly, topics related to patriotism and all, you need a bit of grandeur when it comes to your language. If you are a plain, simple kind of presentation style, that may not suit to certain kind of topics which inherently is grand. So, in order to select a topic, you not only have to think about the information part, but also about your style of presentation. Because you will be like 20 plus age, and it may not be that easy to change the natural way in which you write. So that is very important, and in order to score well in this paper, let me just tell you, plan well and present your arguments logically. Then avoid anything which cuts the flow, like subtitles and underlinings and diagrams or anything of that sort. And to make it interesting, avoid cliched kind of quotations. Come up with interesting real and or fictional examples to make it clear. It will be valued by English professors, so please try to avoid grammatical and spelling mistakes, because that's not expected from somebody who's appearing for UPSC Mains. And this is one paper where you can bring in all your individuality, because there is no standard thing. Like everybody writing the same thing may not be getting extra marks. But if you are able to bring in original examples and clarity, you can really assure to get good marks. You don't need to be a natural writer to score well in this paper. That information, that flow of information, the logical presentation and the proper conclusion, these are the things, the structural part, if it is correct, and you are able to bring in all the relevant points, you get good marks. Because out of 250, I've seen people who are getting 150 and above, who are actually not very great writers otherwise, but who are able to do a good job for the given topics. So it's ultimately about how you select your topics and how you plan the whole thing. And make sure that you check with some expert about this style of writing thing to be sure about. So that's all. Thank you for watching.